Welcome to Epic Tales and Critical Fails, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered podcast. Prepare for adventure, terror, and the occasional use of bad language. We're a rules-light podcast. We don't agonize over the rules because, quite frankly, there's a lot of them, and we will get them wrong occasionally, so be kind. We're also using hero points slightly differently. No one gets them at the beginning of a session. Instead, the players accrue them during the game, and they can have a maximum of 3 at any one time. But if the worst happens, they have to spend them all to stay alive.
I'm Laura, and I play Katarra, a sneaky, stealthy sailor, or pirate, depending on your point of view.
I'm Lucy, and I play Bethilde, landlady of the Wandering Barnacle and grandmotherly gnome.
I'm Mike, and I play Bertie, Bunce, halfling cleric of Pharasma.
I'm Maddy, and I play Minesh Adon, a tempestuous root leshy of death.
I'm Kyle, I play the vastly knowledgeable and cunningly clever Xander Dante.
And I'm Michael, I'm your GM, and I play everybody else. We'd left it off with one of your number dead and burning alive, well, burning to a crisp on the floor.
Being cremated.
Being cremated on the incomplete cobblestone streets of the Grizzly Fair. Things have got very grisly. You found a performing troupe of a grey halfling, 2 elves who have very pointy teeth, and a pair of goblins that are now on fire. And they have some Eye of Iron suspended over a tank with some uncomfortably nasty-looking insects in. You attempted to put out the candle that was burning through the rope and going to drop the Eye of Iron into the insects, and chaos has ensued. We were at the top of round 3. Bethilde slumps off of Beauregard's back. Beauregard fades out of existence. And then it's Ringmaster Varan's turn. Ringmaster Varan turns and strides towards Minesh. It's going to take him 2 actions to get there. And then he's going to take an attack. That is going to miss with a 16. So he swings and misses entirely. He's like, well, friends, are you not entertained yet?
Go fuck yourself.
That's his turn. Minesh, it's now your go. Roll fortitude save.
Minesh is paralyzed. 7
Plus guidance.
7 plus 6 plus guidance is 14.
Is just enough.
Oh!
You felt the paralysis beginning to loosen, and I will say that every turn the DC decreases. So
Okay.
You've successfully shaken off the paralysis. You can take your turn.
I would like to cast
Red eyes are flaming.
Caustic Blast on... What is it in front of me?
See, an ash grey halfling in a long coat.
I'm casting Caustic Blast.
Okay.
So that's basic reflex, 5-foot burst.
How does a 29 do? Okay, so you throw out the caustic blast. He's like, ha! I was an acrobat before I was the ringmaster.
Minesh just grumbles. I don't have any other actions left. Do I?
That's 2 actions, so you've got 1 action left.
Can I move away?
You can move away. You can run 25 feet back towards your allies.
You can step 5 feet, and that wouldn't normally trigger.
No, I'm
an
going to
attack
go.
of opportunity.
I don't have... Yeah, but
You
5 feet's
run.
not enough.
And nothing happens.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to swing his spiky bone arms at you. These stretch arm, strong bones.
Oh, the attack of opportunity. It's
Reactive strike.
Reactive
Doesn't
strike.
trigger. It's now the elves' go. 1 elf chases Bertie, runs into the tent, and takes 2 actions to find you. When it does find you, it rolls to bite you. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is 7 points of piercing damage, and they need a fortitude save.
And that one.
Nat 1, you're paralyzed. The other one runs towards Xander as you're still pinging spells around and takes...
If I'm behind the flames, would it be able to see... behind the smoke, would it be able to see me?
It runs back to the gibbet, looks down at the deceased Bethilde, looks up, sees you, runs towards you, and then has an attack. It's going to be a 25 to hit.
Heart is broken and my day is
Fortitude
ruined.
save.
But it is not a crit, so... Oh, wait, yeah. Especially today. That is 19.
19, you're fine, but you take 7 points piercing damage.
I'm not fine. That really, really hurt.
The 2 goblins are still dancing in the flames and are going to attack Katarra. First one rolls a 22.
Hits.
That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage, 1 point fire.
Katarra goes down and will do deliberate death.
Okay, the smoke is now clear enough that you only need a 5 on the flat check.
Yeah, that was 11. And that is a 23 to hit.
23 is a hit. Yes.
Not a crit.
No.
Okay, so that's 1d6.
Actually, no, this guy is off guard until the end of your next turn.
That is also true.
That is a crit.
That was 6 on the dice, plus 1 is 7, and then sneak attack.
Yes, your rapier is also deadly, is it not?
Yes. So that's a d8. So that was another 6 points for the deadly.
Okay.
So I did 6
So 6 was...
plus 7.
So it was 6 plus... Was the 6 what you rolled on the initial weapon attack?
Plus 1 on that, yeah, so 7.
7 points damage, doubled to 14.
Yeah, plus another 6 on the deadly.
So that's 20.
Yeah.
Now
and
roll
then,
your sneak attack,
6 points.
which is double as well, so that's another 12. So it's 32 points damage. The goblin dies.
Yay. But I'm also down.
You fall to the ground. You're half in, half out of the dissipating smoke. The other goblin runs out, going, she killed him! And then just keeps running. Runs 3 actions straight up the street. You think the goblins are a little bit craven. That brings us to, Tuppence's go. Tuppence sees the goblin running and chases him down and hacks at him with a hatchet. That's 22 to hit, and he'll roll again and miss. But that is 9 points of damage to the goblin, and he's already taken some. The goblin dies. He's like, and just hits the floor.
Both the goblins are dead, so now we can see through the smoke's gone.
The smoke dissipates.
Incredible.
How's
How's the candle looking? Is it
The
gone?
candle is gone. It's been smashed.
Incredible.
The flame is out.
Well done, Bethilde. You did great.
You shout at the still burning corpse.
I see the corpse. I'm busy.
That's Bertie's go. You have an elf right on top of you, and you're
Do I
paralyzed.
need
So
to
you need to
do-
make a fortitude save.
14.
Is enough. You shake off the paralysis.
Anyone else within 30 feet of us?
You're currently in the tent, so no.
Okay.
You could run out and be within range.
Was do the fortitude, was that an action?
No.
Okay. So I will run out toward... Where's everyone in relation to each other? So Minesh is the nearest one to me still.
Minesh is probably 15 feet behind you now. You would be about 20, 25 feet away from Katarra. Xander's between the two.
Minesh is up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll move towards Katarra then and hit her with a 2-action heal.
Okay, cool.
That is 14 healing.
14 healing to Katarra, and that is your 3 actions. So it's Ulti's go. Ulti turns around and shoots a divine lance towards one of the elves. It's going to miss. She curses quite heavily and then turns around and starts looking to see what the ringmaster is doing, and backs up slightly to put a bit more distance between him and her. That's her 3 actions. Katarra, you're awake.
Yes, I'm prone. I've dropped my weapons.
You would
I
have gone
know.
down, so you would have moved in the initiative order. However, there's nobody else after
Yeah,
them.
there's no goblins.
So-
Okay. I'm actually going to do a recall knowledge to figure out how we can actually get out of this.
Okay.
I don't know what skill to
Are
use.
you doing it against the
I'm doing it against the ringmaster.
the
'cause
ringmaster?
he
So
seems
that
to
would
the
be a
one in charge.
religion, an arcana, or potentially an occultism.
Right.
I mean, you could use nature if you wanted to.
What about diplomacy?
You could try a diplomacy roll if you wish, but that
It'll
would
be a
involve
high
saying
DC.
something.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a religion. That's a 15.
You think these things are Mortics. These are intelligent undead, usually created by death through an excess of void energy. The goblins are Shardens, the elves are Angulvors, and the halfling is a Jitterbone.
So if someone were to do like a 3-action heal,
It would hurt them.
okay.
If someone was already thinking about that but spent the entire time trying to get in the middle of the group.
Okay, so I will sort of.
You
shout
also
that.
do detect that the goblin ran away after you killed his mate. You think he was a coward.
Well, yeah, I gather that because never run away from a fight. Okay, so that was 1 action. Obviously, if a free action, I can to shout that out about that information. And then one action, pick up weapon. Second action, stand up. Or third action.
So, recall knowledge, grab your weapon, stand up, back in the fray.
Yeah.
Top of the round. Xander, it's your go.
Things just ran up, taking a chunk out of me, that's still hanging off my arm. Let out like a roar, and flames jolt up my hand and into my face, and I punch down while casting Ignition.
Okay.
Guy.
Go for it.
No, there's only 10.
Misses.
Damn. In which case, can't cast shields. Can I? I'm going to distract this thing by kind of, whilst it's there, kind of prodding at his eyes to see if that can distract him. See if that helps.
Roll a unarmed attack.
Any panic, but it's over. That is 11. No,
11.
That is 13.
Were you trying to aid somebody with this? Or were you just trying to poke him?
It's saving more as a distraction.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure how helpful that's going to be. But that brings us to Ringmaster Varan. Ringmaster Varan, the bones just retract back into his hands and his arms. And he just looks at you and says, friends, we could have had so much fun together. Why don't you all just join us in our next showstopper? I think you know we've already proved we're worth our entertainment. One of your friends is already part of our show.
Roll over and die!
Well, I did offer you a chance to join the Mortics circus. It apparently wasn't good enough. So, roll up. Kill them, guys. And that's his 3 actions because he spent so long talking, because he's tormenting you all. However, he's going to roll an intimidation check against you, which is going to be pants because I rolled low. That is going to be terrible 6. So here, you're not impressed by his attempted intimidation at all.
Can you
However,
hear me laughing at him?
he looks at you and he just shakes his head. That's him because he was obviously trying to convince you to join his circus. Minesh, it's your go.
I've run away past Bertie.
Mm-hmm.
Can I battle medicine myself?
Yes, you can.
Oh. No. Okay.
You do have a healing potion.
What did you roll?
4, it was definitely not enough. I have a healing potion?
Xander, Minesh, Bertie and Bethilde, a healing potion each that we got from Barnaby.
Okay, then I take a healing potion.
Okay, that's...
Is it a D8?
So you battle medicine yourself, first action. Second action would be to interact to grab the healing potion. Third action would be to
I
drink
do
it.
have a healer's tools belt.
Yes, so one
So
action...
would it be interact even though...
No, so one action to do battle medicine includes start using the healer's tools.
Yeah.
And then it's one action to grab the potion and another action to drink it.
Okay, fine. And that's all my goes.
Okay, that brings us to the elves. One of the elves is chasing Bertie, attempts to attack. Natural 1.
Yay!
And then goes again. Natural 4. It's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be a 9.
I'm a
Untouchable.
Kill one of us.
The power of Erasmus. It just bites at you and you're just like, aha, yeah. It tries the third time with a -10. Another natural 1. The elf looks at you and is like... The other one is going to attack Minesh. 14? Yes, it runs after you. It uses one action to chase you down.
Yeah, okay.
Runs away from Xander towards you because you seem to be healing up.
Okay.
You get the sense tactics is not something these guys do. They're circus performers. They're not fighters.
Okay.
Heartbreakingly looking at your own health.
So 14.
Miss.
Miss. Natural 1. Misses again. That's the elves go. Katarra, it's your go.
Okie dokies. I am going to stride towards the one that's going after Bertie, because I know Bertie is our best chance at defeating these things.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Bertie is the only one who can save you all.
You can hear the bite pump inflating his ego.
So I will try to do a distracty fainty,
Go for it.
which is, I have my deception there.
Yes.
That's right. And that is a 14 plus 8.
Success.
Cool.
It's off guard to the end of your next turn, minus to reflex, minus to perception.
Yep. And then hitty.
Go for it.
That is a natty 18 plus 9, which is 27.
Hit.
Yeah, not a crit.
Wait. 27. Critical hit.
Though. Yeah, critical.
Don't forget
Deadly.
the deadly trait.
Oh, so that is 4 on that. 10 on that, which is 14.
Yeah, the deadly dice doesn't double.
Oh, okay. So I said
4 plus 5.
yeah, is 9.
Yep,
Sneak attack is 3 points, and is that doubled?
doubled. So that's
6, which is 15.
15 points. The elf dies.
Yay!
You skewer them through the back, and they're like, ah! I thought you were going to be famous. And just slumps to the floor.
And then I'll sort of position myself in a defensive position for Bertie so that
Okay.
nothing can
So you
get to-
maneuver yourself close to Bertie, ready to defend him.
Yeah.
All right, that's Tuppence's turn now. Tuppence is going to run up to the other elf and then swing at them. Natural 20.
Yay!
Tuppence is going to do 18 points of slashing damage. The elf is barely hanging on. He's going to hit them again. Miss. So that's Tuppence's turn. The elf looks like they're considering what to say at their eulogy. That's Tuppence's go. It's Bertie's go.
So one elf's dead, one elf's near me.
Yep.
Where's the ringmaster?
The ringmaster is standing in the middle of the street, closer to the gibbet, about 10 feet away from the gibbet.
Within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I'll do a free action heal.
Okay. He'll get a fortitude save.
So it's only 3. So free healing to people and free damage to anyone with void healing or undead.
23. So I'm going to think that's a success. So he takes 1 point of damage. So that's 3 action heal. It's now Ulti's go. Ulti is going to cast a spell and just points a finger at the ringmaster, and there's suddenly all of this chittering sound of this, and from between the cracks in the flagstones and the dirt where they haven't been laid, dozens of small scarab beetles start forcing their way out of the ground and scurry towards him. He's going to get a basic reflex save. Rolls a natural 1.
Yeah.
Which he still has a pretty good reflex, but I don't
It's a
think
natural 1.
not gonna help.
Not going to be a notch,
help.
surely.
It's going to take it down a notch. So even if it's
Right, so that would have been an 11, which would have been a normal failure.
So it's a
So he's
critical
critically
failure.
failed. That's amazing. So that's going to be 2d6 scarab damage, which is going to be 6 points of scarab damage. Oh dear, that hurt. He's still holding up, but he's not as impressed as he once was with himself. He starts brushing off these, and then the scarabs just all wither and die and fall off of him and just dissipate into dust. Ulti then looks at the rest of you and is like, well, I haven't got anything else. Hope one of you has. That's her go, and she backs up again to make sure there's distance between them, and that brings us to Xander.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out a healing potion from my bag. Going to take a swig of that.
That's 2 actions.
2 actions. It's a D8 for healing.
1d8,
Yes,
yeah.
1d8.
1, incredible. Worth it though. And then
Tuppence is currently duking it out with this elf who just is swaying on her feet.
I'm going to try to intimidate the ringmaster.
Go for it.
Going to, as I'm necking this healing potion, can shout over to him. Look at you! You've tried to be intimidating to us and inspiring to your cronies, and all you've done is made them worse and us stronger. They're pathetic, just like you. Please do reconsider my proposition. Roll over and die. 12.
12. He looks at you and is like, after you, my friend. He's immune to your intimidation for 10 minutes now.
Yeah, doesn't.
That's 3 actions.
It's 3 actions, 7.
Yep. It's now the ringmaster's turn. The ringmaster strides over to you and is going to attempt to punch you with his little fist.
With his
what?
baby fist.
With his baby fist. He punches you with his fist, so it's going to take him 1 action to get there. He rolls a 28 to hit.
Oh, no.
Is that a critical?
Yes, it is. I may roll over and die.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Straight in your face. You drop down, he then turns around and strides towards Katarra, and that's 3 actions. It's now... You don't move in the initiative order, Xander, because you go immediately before him. It's now Minesh's go. There's
Okay.
one elf that's swaying on their feet, and the ringmaster is looking like he's still, he's He still
Okay.
could stand up to you for a while.
I'm gonna cast electric arc on the one near me and then the ringmaster.
Yep. So the one near you rolls 21,
Okay.
and the ringmaster rolls 24.
Success, not crit, so I'll take half damage. Okay, 5, so 2 points of damage.
The elf dies. There's a sudden crackling of energy, and then just the elf just suddenly just jerks and falls flat on the floor, and Tuppence like, yeah,
How the tables have turned.
that's what happens when you mess with a showman like me.
It's my magic, Tuppence.
I distracted him for you.
We're a
Fair.
team.
Right, let's kill the ringmaster.
That was
You've got
Minesh.
one action left.
Okay, I've already battle medicine myself, so I can't do that anymore. My
Cornucopia.
is 2 actions. Can I? Oh, I can cast guidance on someone.
You could.
Also, you've got that alicorn tuft stuff that does.
That's to do
heal.
with stabilizing people if they're unconscious.
Yeah. So I.
It's 2 actions to stabilize.
Oh,
Hint,
okay.
hint.
Who's gone down? I can cast guidance on them, right?
I don't think.
No, it
guidance
doesn't. It doesn't help. It's a flat check.
Doesn't apply to
Oh,
recovery
okay.
checks.
Who? Wait, is Tuppence after me?
Tuppence is after you. Yes.
I will cast guidance on Tuppence.
You cast guidance on Tuppence. Tuppence is like, yeah, I'm gonna show that halfling what for. Katarra, it's your go.
Okie dokies. So ringmaster's right in front of me. I take it.
He is.
So I am going to try and do a distracting feint.
Go for it.
That is a 9. No. Yes, 19.
19 is fail.
Balls.
You could try again.
Yeah. Same again.
Okay. So no, that's not enough.
Okay. Well, then I will just try to hit him.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a natty 18 plus 9.
Hit.
Yeah. Oh, that's only 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Can I get a second attack off?
No, because you did 2 feints.
Oh, boo.
Feint attack. That's Katarra's go. Tuppence runs up and he's like, I'm feeling inspired.
Flanked
and-
position.
He moves into a flanked position, so the ringmaster is now -2 to his AC, and that's going to be a 26 to hit, which is not a crit, but it is a hit. And that's going to be 10 points of slashing damage. Tuppence is then going to miss with his second attack. But the ringmaster's now beginning to look like his coat definitely needs replacing, that's for sure. That's Tuppence's go. Bertie, it's your go. Just the ringmaster there.
So I'm going to hit him with Vitality Lash.
Go for it.
9 damage.
Use a basic fortitude, isn't it?
It's basic fortitude. If he critically fails, he's enfeebled 1.
You rolled a natural 1.
So he's
I
enfeebled
mean,
1.
nothing's him down.
It's a basic save. It doubles the damage as well.
Oh.
So,
I'm very happy. That was so good.
Vitality Lash. Defense Fortitude. So, yeah, 2d6 Vitality damage with a basic Fortitude save. 18 points of Fortitude damage. You kill him.
Yeah!
Just like that.
High five. Yeah.
We love Bertie.
Can I immediately go over and start seeing to Xander's wounds?
Really?
Yes, you can.
But we're still in initiative order, presumably.
No, the candle is destroyed.
Okay.
And all of the Mortics are dead.
Is it-
Again.
So Xander and Bethilde are on the floor.
Yes.
So can Minesh, if you're seeing Xander, can I go across to see Bethilde?
Yes, you can.
And what do I see?
You see
Well, you
a
have to do a
very...
medicine check.
She's still on fire.
I can. Oh my god. Okay.
And you're made of wood.
Look, I'm a leshy. It's fine.
I thought you had like twiggy hands, so if you like pat her down, you're just gonna go on fire.
I'm not made of oil.
No, she's made of wood with very, very flammable sap.
At the top of the street, you see a sunflower walking past that. We're not made of wood, you know.
I don't have any. Wait, would I have like a flask of water, like a bladder pack?
You would have a water
Water
skin you could
skin.
just pour on
I
it.
empty my water skin.
Yeah, you empty your
onto
water skin
Bethilde.
and shh, the
And-
fire goes out.
Can I roll a nature or medicine? Medicine is fine.
Yep.
That is 19.
You're
You
dead.
you discover quite quickly that Bethilde is dead.
Guys, Bethilde's dead.
Are you
Xander.
sure she's just not sleeping?
Look,
What?
I know when she's dead. She's dead.
Xander jerks up. Thanks, Bertie, for helping him.
He pushes me to one side.
He pats you on the shoulder. He pats you on the shoulder. Thank you. And then he hears that Bethilde's dead, picks himself up and walks over to the corpse. We're going to gather there's nothing we can do in this. Just
Bertie, any ideas?
You're a wizard, not a cleric. This is beyond your purview.
As the cleric, then, is there anything that I mean,
you could offer a prayer to Pharasma for
I was
her
gonna
soul.
say, like, pray to Pharasma but to judge her soul, right? Like,
It wouldn't
it's
be to bring
the
her
faith is
back.
that her soul has
Yeah.
gone down the river and it's there to be judged.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
So-
ends in the river of souls, even Pharasma herself.
And our time comes eventually, unfortunately. As much as we liked Auntie.
whilst you're praying, Xander looks down at the charred corpse of Bethilde. Lucy's now posing as. Can't believe it. She was old and slightly senile. But didn't think this would be how she died.
Neither did I.
For all the annoyances, she was nothing but generous and kind. She gave us a room off her own back based on us helping her once. Even with her age, she's gone too soon.
She
Hope
did
she's fine.
sexually harass Barnaby.
Since you're not helping.
But shut up.
I mean, we're talking about her soul being judged, so we should have a balance, shouldn't we?
It's not
Good
for
point,
us
it's
to
a good point.
judge.
She will be missed. By most.
Particularly her staff.
And her patrons.
I mean, yeah, who's going to pay her staff?
Are we going to be allowed to stay in the pub?
I imagine we could stay at the pub.
I think we should still stay in the.
There's nobody there to tell us not
I'm
to.
sure it'd be easy to forge.
She might have a well.
But then,
That's easy to forge.
yeah, but then we're gonna have to like keep the place tidy. It's a real hassle.
We've
I
got
mean, there's
staff
staff
before.
for that.
No,
Yeah.
but then we have to pay them.
Yeah, but we just, it's self-sustaining, right? The staff sell the drinks, they pay themselves.
I'm not really
Okay.
sure this is an appropriate conversation.
Yeah, I feel
She's-
awful. We're dividing up the estate
She's
of a
barely
gnome.
cold.
When you said that you thought about the idea that she might have a will, you sort of cast your mind back and you remember that there was a guy behind the bar that had a name tag called Will, and you think, he looks like he might be trouble.
She did have a well. We need to deal with him.
Where there's a will, there's unfair dismissal.
Can I just obviously say prayers and try to lay her body to rest?
Bethilde, you stand on a 20-foot wide stretch of unevenly cobbled road, surrounded on all sides by a shadowed wilderness. As far as the eye can see, there is darkness with vague shapes against it. Might be hills, trees, you're not sure. But if they're trees, they're definitely stripped bare as if for winter. It's cold, and there's a breeze blowing. And as you look each way down the road, it stretches off into the darkness and disappears. No discernible destination either way.
No, but Beauregard, friends, I'm cold.
You hear something shift. This huge footstep.
Is that you? Why is it so cold?
You are in the boneyard.
Is that a pub? I'm sorry, I can't see very well. I think I've got ash in my eyes.
You hear another footstep, and then another, and suddenly this huge head comes lurching out of the darkness, leaning down to you, draconic, but also Avon. His beaked face comes down, looks at you. His eyes burn like radiant fire.
Have we met before? You seem oddly familiar. Almost like a dream I forgot or something.
creature just tilts its head slightly. These horns that grow off the top of its head, more suggestive of a dragon, but then its long neck is covered with these black and red feathers. Twists its head to one side and then the other. Parker Perta est spes Monday cognovit.
I'm sorry, I think I've got something in my ears. What did you say?
A box was opened, and the world knew hope.
So what am I to do now? I only just got some friends and a little taste of adventure, and it seems it's all over too soon.
One huge claw, black, curving like a sickle, reaches out of the darkness and points in one direction down the road. Keep walking, and perhaps you will see them soon. You are not supposed to be here yet. Keep walking.
Just sort of nods repeatedly and then turns and starts to walk in the directions he's been directed.
And the creature withdraws back into the shadow, and you hear the sudden opening of giant wings and the sudden downdraft as it takes off. And behind you, you hear it saying again, an echoing voice that's receding into the distance. A box was opened, and the world knew hope. And as you continue walking, you eventually come across an old way station. Something you would find in the middle of a desert, just emerging slowly out of the darkness. And as you grow nearer to it, what originally looked like a wooden shack, dilapidated and sandblasted, slowly begins to look more like a crumbling house. Or at least something that was built in the image of a house, but is now broken and the roof fallen inwards, the upper floor collapsed.
Does it seem familiar?
Stonework looks familiar. You've seen some of it was above the tents. You remember seeing the broken stone walls, the roof beams, hints of permanent buildings amongst the tents of the Grizzly Fair.
Is there a door to open?
The door is already off its hinges. There's just a gaping black hole.
So Bethilde sort of looks back to where she met the strange bird dragon thing, and then sort of
Keep walking.
yes, thank you. So she sort of turns away and then carries on walking. Just little footprints just padding, echoing in this kind of.
You keep walking. The strangest thing happens. The building that you swear you passed an hour, 2 ago. Time is funny here. There's no movement of stars. There's no day or night. There's just darkness and the road. And it looks like the same crumbled house appears again. The door gaping.
I feel like I've seen that house before. I sort of like. So she starts walking, but maybe a little faster this time. She's not quite worked out that it's the same. It might be the same house. She's kind of not quite sure, so she's just going to keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Your legs start to feel heavier, and it begins to feel harder to breathe, to keep moving forward, to put one foot in front of the other. And then you trip and stumble, and then you look up, and there again. Same house. Crumbled, broken, the upper floors collapsed. The door off its hinges. Just a dark portal.
Meant to be. And she walks through the door.
You walk through the door and immediately stumble out a tent.
Oh.
And you are hit with a salty air and slightly humid afternoon. of Absalom. You hear the keening of gold somewhere far away and the crashing of waves. And you look down the street, and there's 2 Iovaran hanging above a large aquarium and a slowly crumbling mass of what you assume to be a body. You're not entirely sure whose. You don't really understand how you ended up in a tent. But wow, that was weird. And what was that? A dragon? A bird? You have no idea. You feel really fuzzy around the head and slightly warm on your skin, almost as if you'd been out in the sun too long. But you spent ages, hours, walking along a road in the pitch black.
Is anybody else tired? This is a very strange place.
What? Yeah, did you hear that?
I heard some.
I'm hallucinating. Maybe it's because I said I was going to take a pub.
Oh, yes, I could definitely go to the pub right now.
What? No.
What? That sounds like Bethilde.
And
What?
nothing's
Can-
coming
can
from
I-
the
can I-
body.
You
or...
look
I-
down at the
can I-
body, and the body and the clothes have disintegrated to ash.
Can I poke the ash with my
You
staff?
poke the ash with your staff. It doesn't make any noises.
Bethilde, you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
God, she's disintegrated.
I'm stand up because I had been saying prayers for her, and I'm holding a 2-action heal for anything that looks.
You turn around. You turn around, and there's still these 3 people bound on the side of the road, and you've still got the 2 people hanging over this tank. And you turn around, and there is Bethilde standing in the mouth of a tent, kind of looking around, a little bit dazed, more dazed than you usually see her.
Bethilde?
Flying for asthma, and I hit her with the 2-action heal.
You hit her with a 2-action heal.
6 points of healing.
Plus 8 if it's a 2-action heal.
Oh yeah, plus 8. Sorry, yeah.
14 points of healing.
14 healing.
You get 14 points of healing.
And it heals her, not
It
damages
heals her, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I feel a little bit. I got a bit of a headache, but I thank you. What's happening? Where are we? What are we doing now?
Bertie, you notice.
Did you see that weird bird dragon?
As she says that, you're like, what? But Bertie, you notice. Around her feet, for a moment, you swear you see black and red feathers blow out of the tent. You blink, and you must have been imagining things.
When...
Xander turns to the other people. Like, Kidnappees, do you see the old woman at the mouth of the tent?
Yes! One of them says, are you going to get us out of here?
In a man.
You're not going to help me at all?
Sorry, question. When she said about bird dragon, does that trigger anything for Katarra?
Roll religion, occultism, arcana, something like that.
Yes.
I'm
Would
going
it
to-
remind me of
Go for it.
certain psychopomps?
11.
11, you have no idea what she's talking about.
26.
26. You know that there are various psychopomps that have feathers. And as a devout believer in Pharasma, the only way this could be explained is that the goddess herself must have sent one of her ushers to bring her back. Or Bethilde has some really powerful magic she hasn't revealed to you before. But feathers is definitely something which comes up in Pharasman lore. Her favorite animal is a whippoorwill, a small brown bird. And some of the most common psychopomps that mortals encounter are the noisoi, who are effectively raven-sized birds who wear a plague doctor mask.
So looking between Bethilde and the now drifting away ash on the floor, I will say, well, I guess it was not your time.
No, I feel like I've heard that recently.
As Bertie kind of says that, Katarra does flinch.
Yeah, you remember.
Before the ash is taken away, can Minesh
My God.
Minesh scoops up the ash and starts using it as a face
I'll
mask.
put it in my bag.
I'm just imagining doing the thing where you like 2 fingers and just like put it under your eyes.
The empty healing potion vial. I'll chuck you that so you can pick
Okay,
it
so
up.
I've got 2 vials.
You start
of-
sweeping the ash. Tuppence comes over to you and hands you a brush.
Thank you.
So just ban with this.
Yeah, here you go as well, look. And you start sweeping it into a small dustpan. And
Xander
tipping
walks
it
up to Bethilde, like, you're like just focusing all over you, seeing that, make sure it's you. Again, pokes now you with the staff. Bethilde?
Yes, who do you think I am?
How did you do that?
Do what?
You You were pretty thoroughly dead. Saw your corpse. It was charred and mangled.
What corpse?
Well, it's currently
This one.
it's currently a vial.
Ash now.
No, that's not me. This is me.
No,
I
you.
think you're confused. Is anyone to save these fish fellows?
They're not fish fellows.
Right, we'll talk
She
about it
seems
later.
slightly delirious.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Katarra, you've got a shiver going down your spine as a voice is ringing in the back of your head. Non est tibi tempus.
Yeah, and Katarra's sort of taking a good look at Bethilde. So does she get the sense that Bethilde is the same as Katarra now? Or
No, she just looks like Bethilde.
Would there anything strike me as odd about it? Not like, obviously everything about this is odd, but her not necessarily coming back to the same body. Like, I was by
to that
her
bad
body when we heard her come
That's
out.
unusual. Although there are, resurrection spells that will recreate an entire new body for people. It's powerful magic, though. It's way beyond anything you have. And of course, Pharasma doesn't mind resurrections. It's stealing people from their final fate of deviating into undeath and things like that she has a problem with. So it's entirely possible that Bethilde was just packing something that she didn't tell you about or forgot about.
And she has unfinished work to do.
Walk back to the kidnappees again. Snap my fingers specifically for Katarra and Tuppence. So that's
do
untie.
not snap your fingers at me.
Yeah, look. Do you want me to remove that finger with me hatchet?
I want to remove the rope for the back of these poor people's hands.
There's only one person who gives me orders, and they're not here.
I thought you were Tuppence's protege.
Yeah,
Wouldn't he give you
you
orders?
see, I was given orders by the Queen to do what she tells me.
Poor protege.
Well, she's kind of got to the point where she's got to spread her wings, but needs a little bit of, assistance in combat from time to time. It's really hard to win a fight in a tavern when there's only one of you.
Either way, can you please untie these poor people's hands? They seem very scared.
Now that you've said that,
As
I can
you've
do
asked
that.
nicely.
He walks around behind, starts cutting through the ropes, and the halfling, the gnome, and the human start rubbing their wrists as they are freed.
Of the poor people that are currently hanging upside down on top of the...
Well,
is there a way of getting them down sort of safely?
Tuppence looks at Xander. Well, you're pretty inch. Come on, let's move this tank. And the two of you push, and together you push the tank away from underneath them. It scrapes across the floor with a terrible sound. And then you're able to cut the rope, and Tuppence gradually lowers them down, skidding across the floor because it's pushing the limits of what he can hold. And they eventually just drop onto the floor, and you're able to cut them free. And they're like, thank you. And you see the Eye of Iron is a young male Eye of Iron and a young female Eye of Iron, both of whom have distinctly, you can distinctly see the elven heritage.
Can I go over and check on their conditions, but also just check for any signs of them also being undead?
Roll a perception check.
Any disease that might be setting in?
Anybody else looking around? Yeah,
can I just have a just a quick look around in general?
yeah, roll a perception check.
I'm
21.
gonna roll nature just to kind of see if there's any other threats or anything that could be coming closer to them, or
Yeah,
just
roll a
the
nature
generic
check.
area.
What? 24 perception.
21.
21. You're pretty sure, Bertie, that they're not undead. They look beaten, like somebody's hit them over their head and they've either hit their face as they've fallen over, or and the ropes have been tied a bit tightly, so they've got some rope burn in places, but they're mostly just pale with fright. But otherwise have escaped major harm. And the same for the gnome, elf, and the human. They all seem to be
Clean up their wounds and make sure they're all right.
shaken, but definitely not anything like the Mortics that you encountered. 24 for perception. Taking a look around, you notice that there is a tent behind where the gnome, halfling, and human were kneeling, and in the mouth of the tent there is a rucksack and what looks like a folded coat or a rolled up coat. Somebody's bundled up a coat, thrown on the floor.
Unbundle the coat first, and I'll look inside the rucksack.
You unbundle the coat, and out drops a sword, a short sword. It clangs on the floor and bounces, and then comes to a stop.
Can I cast Detect Magic on all this, see if anything pings?
You detect magic. There is definitely magic in the backpack,
Okay.
and the sword appears to be magical, and there also seems to be something in the pocket which is radiating, a pocket of the coat that's radiating magic, and the coat itself has a faint magical aura.
Okay. The coat itself, I'll roll back up, keep that to myself, even with the thing aside. Can I have a look inside the bag?
You open the bag, and inside you see a range of bottles.
Bottles, okay.
Yep. Some are wider, kind of spherical bottles. Others look more like traditional vials. 2 of them are red, and you recognize them as being minor healing potions. The others, you're not entirely sure what they are.
I'm going to pocket the minor healing potions. He even looks over his shoulder as he's doing this. Pockets them. I'll fold over the bag. I'll pick up the bag and the sword, and I'll bring these out, and let everyone know that I found a bag and a sword.
Mm-hmm.
As we kind of walk, after we kind of like bring them over, open it up, show the bag. Can I investigate?
You also,
all that?
before you move on, you also noticed in the tent there was a load of mouldering bedding, and you noticed within that, because your perception was so high, that there was a leather pouch shoved under one of the kind of makeshift pillows.
Okay, what's in the leather pouch?
You open it up, it looks like there's some gold, silver, and copper inside. Well, you'd have to count it, but you reckon at a weight, probably somewhere in the region of 6 gold, 210 silver, and 100 copper.
Pocket that. So pocket that. Well, after I bring out the bag and the sword, can I
roll a stealth check?
As I go aside, look in the bag, kind of natural 20, kind of figure out what the potions and the sword are.
The sword is a +1 short sword.
Okay.
So it's just a fundamental rune on that. The bottles in the bag, roll a crafting check. Minesh, what was your nature check?
11.
11. You don't think there's any other threats around here? You can't see any sign of anything else coming this way. There was enough noise and chaos that if there was anything else in the region, it's probably run away.
Okay, but I noticed Xander shuffling around in a tent.
Roll a perception check.
26 on the crafting.
26 on the crafting. You think there are 2 lesser acid flasks, 2 lesser alchemist's fire, 2 minor elixirs of life.
That would have been helpful.
Elixirs of life.
Would have been really helpful if you just intimidated them in the beginning.
Good, but someone decided electric arc is the way to go.
Always.
If you'd succeeded, there was degrees of intimidation. If you'd succeeded DC 13, the goblins would have run away. If you'd succeeded DC 15, the goblins and the elves ran away. If you succeeded on DC 20, Varan realised that fighting you was going to kill him, and he ran away with everybody.
Thing is, everyone knows they're going to come back at some stage, so I'm
not
glad
anymore,
we
are
just
they?
killed them.
Decided to investigate the screams.
Guys, there's no point us arguing now, and I don't know about you guys, but I could certainly do with a bit of a rest before we keep exploring this lovely fair.
I think it may be best to escort these people back to the city.
Oh! The young Eye of Iron woman looks at you. It's fine. We'll get back to the city just fine. We just that way. We kind of didn't expect these guys to be here. We avoided some metal men, but we'll.
What precisely are you doing here?
Well, we're looking for people.
Did they not match the
Yeah.
missing post?
The halfling has a striking resemblance to the image of Freyariel Grafford that Alti showed you.
Yeah, so these aren't the Alti's missing people, but they are people also looking for Alti's missing people.
What's the reward on them? They must be worth something.
I mean,
for so
people
many
tend
people
to save people that they care
Listen,
about.
The woman holds up her hands. We're not missing. We're looking for people who are.
Well, I
And
imagine
what's
if you
the
get kept here
reward?
for another
6
day,
gold,
you might be
110
missing.
silver, and 100 copper.
Nothing. We're trying to find our friend's sister. She points at the halfling.
But on the missing posters, is there not a reward for finding them?
The halfling kind of shuffles his feet. 10 gold.
10 gold for your
Yeah.
sister.
Should I let them die?
Tingle's pretty good. Yeah, it's really good.
He looks at you. I grow flowers for a living. What do you expect?
I expect you to not come looking yourself if you're a florist.
There's 5 of us. We thought we'd be okay.
5 of you?
Yeah, look. 2 Ivar and a halfling, a gnome and a human.
I think they have names. They're not just a race,
Well, you didn't ask us our names, but I'm Dixon Grafford.
Right, Dixon.
Ray Ariel's my sister.
Funnily enough, we're also looking for your sister. So if you want to get back to safety...
You all look far more capable than us, so I think that's probably a good idea.
Perhaps think twice.
Did you see our fight? I don't know how capable we are.
I mean,
That's not how you cultivate a reputation, Bertie.
he points at Bethilde. You vanished in flames and reappeared over there. Yeah, that's amazing.
Did I?
Are you an angel?
Oh, I've heard that before.
He blushes slightly. The others introduce themselves. The gnome's like, "Oh, I am Olav Isles." The
You're
humans, Olav Isles.
Olav Isles.
Yeah, Olav. Olav Isles. Yeah,
Olive oils?
I'm an apprentice wizard.
All the vials.
We should talk to Xander.
Olav Isles.
All the
I'm
vials.
in the other tent whilst you're talking to them. I don't know what's going on.
The human introduces himself. I'm Thabiel. I'm Daniel Fredoon.
Then you heal for doom.
And the two Iavaran introduce themselves as Elena Ironveer, or Ianveer, and Meriel and Thaviel Harridge. You recognise the name Ianveer?
Do we?
Yes.
Is that Katarra, all of us?
Or, well, all of you who spoke to the people in the bazaar.
No, I don't think I did.
Tara, you particularly remember being given a customer satisfaction survey by a
Katarra?
guard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The guard in the bazaar was named Meriel Ianveer.
Oh, are you, is it him or is he...
No, it's a woman.
Oh, right. Are you
His wife.
related to, one of the town guards or the
He's-
trainee town
Meriel, yes.
Yeah.
He's recently joined the Token Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his sister.
Right. Perhaps go to him before...
You see, we tried that.
Okay.
He said, red tape.
Well, perhaps next time don't walk into a dangerous place unprepared.
Well, we didn't think we'd be jumped by a circus.
Yes, but you know it's dangerous.
Yes, and
here.
you're very more capable than us. Will you find our friend's sister?
For a reward.
We will try.
I find first of all, you're very aggressive when you start fights, and now you want
She
a
has short
reward.
person syndrome.
Have you seen the glowing red eyes?
Are you a demon?
It could be.
Ooh, is that an offer?
An angel and a demon. Look at us.
Davio looks backwards and forwards between the woman and Elena and Minesh and just shakes his head.
What you're learning is this place is getting increasingly scary.
I think we're going to go home now.
And that is where you should stay.
We go home now.
I rolled a 15 for nature to see if I saw Xander go in that tent.
For nature or perception?
Well,
It's natural to walk.
hold on. I rolled an 8 and my perception is +7, so...
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty obvious he's standing in the mouth of the tent. You see him pick up a rucksack and start looking through it.
Okay.
At those points, I'm already like walking back
He's
to
also
with
got
the rucksack.
he's also got a
Okay.
coat bundled under his arm because you're not carrying anything to put it in.
I realised that when I said it. But, so I got the so
There's
obviously you
also
see the coats.
something rigid sticking into you as you put the coat up, like this thing.
Minesh.
This it seems like a thin rod of some description, like a conductor's baton.
Is that
Okay.
some loot, or are you
So
just
when-
happy to see us?
Yeah, so
Happy to see
again,
Bethilde.
yeah, but like I said, put the bag down. I've already looked through the potions. I know what the short sword is. I'll let everyone know what the short sword is. That's open for whoever wants it. I can imagine Bethilde probably want one right about now. And so I'll investigate the coat and the hard rod inside of it.
You find it looks like a wand.
Wand of.
If you spend 10 minutes rolling an Arcana check, I might tell you.
We're gonna be healing stuff for a couple of minutes, aren't we? So I've got 10 minutes to.
I think we need longer than 10 minutes.
Well, I need to investigate the coat as well, so it's fine by me.
I think
You spend 10 minutes rolling an Arcana check.
there might be somewhere safe we could go nearby to spend the night and rest up.
It's either that or going back to the city.
Oh, no, that's far too
13.
far to walk.
13.
There's a lovely shrine
The
there.
coat is a coat of
There.
gratuitous dramatics.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that do?
When you bring a creature to 0 hit points, it, as a free action, billows totally gratuitously.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that sounded really cool for me specifically. For me.
Wait.
To the
Wait, what?
to the podcast audience, Laura's devastated right now.
No, because I asked him for that item.
Yeah, I found it. Would you look at that? You know what? Just so I'm 100% that safe. I'm going to put this coat over my existing coat.
You can't. It won't go on. It won't fit.
Oh,
You'd have to
Katarra, don't it look so cool? Look at this. The coat billows.
It billows if you reduce something to 0 HP, so it won't.
Come over a
He's
second. Come over a
making
second.
it
Yeah,
billow.
I'm making it billow.
You can't fit it on over your own coat.
I'm kidding. All right, so I've
You
looked
could
at
take
that.
your coat off and put it on if you really wanted
Yeah.
it, but it's you can't wear 2 coats.
Yeah. And the wand, I figure
The
out what that is.
wand you rolled your 13. Roll another. So that was for the coat. Roll another Arcana check.
A little bit better. That's 15.
15. You're not sure.
Sure. All right, I will. I'll keep the rod safe. I'll put it into a boot, and the coat. I like me big red quilted one. It looks cool. What do you figure out what it is? I don't really have much of a use for it. Does anyone want this?
Maybe we should give it to the person who's likely to go down often and easily.
What are you trying to say about me?
It's only if you reduce something to 0 HP.
Oh.
not if you're
Yeah,
reducing
you've got to
0
kill
HP.
something, and then it billows completely unnecessarily.
Well, who's-
Yeah.
What-
It's
for
not
what?
really celebrating when you go down.
Has anyone actually been good at taking things? I think it's Minesh, isn't it? Is the
I mean-
Here you go, Minesh.
I've taken a few things
I mean, I
down.
literally killed off
oh
these
yeah,
guys.
it should be tuppence.
I was thinking
yeah,
tuppence.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe
tuppence.
tuppence.
I would love a coat.
It would.
Yeah, and
You know,
you'd look so cool in it as
And he
well.
would look really cool. It would look
It
really
would.
cool.
I would love a coat.
Yeah.
I think it might be too big for you.
It can
dunno.
fit. We can reshape
We can
it.
take it to a tailor.
I mean, I could just wear it,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and it would drag along the floor until it breaks.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, you could wrap it around your neck and have it as a cape.
I could tie the arms around the front of my breastplate.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. Oh, here you go, Tuppence.
He takes the coat, tries it on, sees how big it is, takes it back off and goes, "Hey, Gov, do you want it? It's your size. It's
did
not
look-
mine."
It did look like you were wearing your dad's coat.
It made me look like I was wearing a full-size person's coat.
That's very generous of you, Tom.
Yeah, you can have this. I assume gratuitous dramatics is more you than me. I'm a straight-up puncher.
Absolutely. I'm only dramatic when the occasion calls for it.
Yep.
Don't know if I like the use of the term full-size person, suggesting that we're less than a full
Well,
person.
larger
Agreed.
person. Long shanks, as the goblins would call them.
I mean, he's quite short as well, so he can say it.
Yeah.
I mean, a larger person than Mr. Bertie. Now, what's the plan? Are we staying in the Grizzly Fair? Are we going to hide in a tent?
I
Or
think, yes.
a nearby shrine, maybe, where we can definitely know we can have a safe night's rest, and maybe find out more about the lovely Pharasma that seems to have brought back our friend.
Bethilde's now gone over to sort of like
Don't
while you've been
convert us.
like she doesn't sort of look, she looks pretty spaced out, and she's sort of like now just sort of standing there looking slightly spaced out and sort of staring at the sort of body that is all burned and doesn't look like anything like her anymore, sort of as if she's trying to work out whether that was her or not.
Probably
I-
best if we don't stay here. I
Are
mean,
you going to read psychometric resonance?
Oh no.
Oh no! I sort of like
Start rubbing.
so I
the-
lean down. So I know I lean down.
stop
And
us
I
or
like-
tackle her.
So Bethilde just leans down and like puts a hand on the crispy remains,
It's ash.
and then sort of like and it
bottle.
and it
I've
like
only got 2 vials of
and it like disintegrates at a touch. But whatever's left of it, what's the last thing that Bethilde?
Roll an occultism
Can I
check.
try and stop her from like doing this?
Roll a diplomacy check.
But you're going to see your own death through that, or feel that someone else's eyes.
It's not me. It's the thing is she doesn't think it's her. What was it? An occultism.
Occultism.
27.
27.
Diplomacy was 16.
Yeah, you kind of try to convince, but Batilda's already just zoned out. She's
No
hands
good
in
will
the
come of
ash.
this.
Bethilde, you see a pair of giant radiant eyes burning in the darkness, staring at you. Keep walking.
And I sort of like... I imagine that I sort of like that Bethilde quietly, almost as if everybody didn't hear it, just enough that everybody did, says, keep walking, but it's not Bethilde's voice.
All of you just hear this. Keep walking. Coming out of her mouth.
When you
And,
must recognise
everybody
the
roll a
voice.
perception check for sense motive.
19.
19. Okay.
13.
13.
13.
16.
You all, it sounds vaguely familiar to all of you. It's like, it's one of those things like it's something you've heard in a room or some, but you get from the words, it's not telling you to literally, it's not saying literally keep walking. It's more keep going. As if continue, keep going. Keep heading in a direction. And more of a metaphorical idea of something.
Yes, maybe we should have a rest. That would be nice.
I think we all need it.
I don't.
And then we can continue our mission tomorrow.
Good
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
Let's go and meet Phrasma. Wait,
Well,
no.
hopefully
Wait, no.
Yes.
No, that's not right.
No, we
She waits for us all.
Guys, convinced
Bertie, roll
already.
another perception check. As you all turn around and begin limping towards the Grizzly Fair exit.
Natural one.
Natural one.
You're just like, yeah. No, you're just like thinking of Pharasma too much. You're like, Pharasma.
Finally, we're going to the spiral shrine. I've
As you
always
start
wanted to
walking
go.
out, you trip over one of the gales that's still laying on the floor on the way out. And like, Katarra, roll a perception check.
He really wants to tell us, but I rolled too badly.
Oh, that's a natty 19 plus 7.
You notice sitting on a fence as you near the edge of the Grizzly Fair, a small brown bird wearing a brass mask. It's a little bit like a plague doctor. Tilts its head, looks at you with these vacant, glossy lenses, and then takes off. It's gone. And as you make your way to the Spiral Shrine, that is where we leave off for this episode.
You can find us on your favourite social media platforms. You'll find links in the description below.
Thanks as always to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. You've just got to be using them at your gaming table because epic tales need epic music.
Thanks for listening. We've been Epic Tales and Critical Fails.